Well, having just released a book about George Best's life, Sir Michael Parkinson joins me now, and it's so good to see you. George Best, a memoir. You were really good mates for such a long time.
We were a lifetime, actually. Yeah. I was like his sort of elder brother, I think, basically. Yeah. But you were just remarking how good-looking he was.
Yes, and you too.
Did you fancy him when you were...
Both. Oh, everybody did.
Yes, he did.
Everybody did.
He was.
And he was utterly, utterly charming.
Yes,
I mean, a flawed man,
yeah.
but a good man.
Yeah, I think so, basically. He was a sick man.
Yeah.
That's what we forget about him. He wasn't just a big drinker. He was a chronic alcoholic.
Yeah.
And nobody quite understood that, so it was too late.
No.
In those days, it wasn't really understood as it is now.
But look, what a magician. He just was absolutely extraordinary.
Well, you see this, and in those days, remember, of course, you know, they're playing on different pitches, obviously, sometimes quagmires, playing against defenders who were allowed to kick them and all that sort of thing. Today's have it easy compared to what George
compared to that, that's for sure. But he used to come round to your house, he would stay with you, he would do kickabout with your son.
Yeah,
he
became a friend of all the family. The thing about George was that, you know, people assume that when he came down to our house, we had thousands of stars around and that sort of thing. We did it on 2 occasions, and he was bored absolutely out of his mind. All he ever wanted was to play football with my 3 boys.
I know.
And they did, and they had a wonderful time. You know, Michael, my son, writes a wonderful piece in the book about playing football with him. The name of the game was Get the Ball Off George Best, and nobody achieved it.
But then he would be going into school telling people
Well, that's what they did. I mean, he went back to school, Michael, one day, and went to junior school, and the nun asked him, you know, all the kids, what do you do at the weekend? They all said, oh, I went to the zoo and all that. And George said, Miss, I played football with George Best. And she said, don't be silly. I mean, don't tell fib. She said,
don't be ridiculous.
And she gave him detention. And he told George about this, and George signed a football to her, saying it was true, he did play football.
It was true, he absolutely did. Now, Sir Michael Parkinson was supposed to be on the sofa next to me, but, well, he's stuck in traffic this morning, so there's an empty chair. This has never really happened before. Sir Michael, are you there on the phone, though?
I am. You're interviewing an empty chair. That'll be a new one.
I know. I'm so sorry. The traffic is nuts, isn't it? It's London.
It's terrifying.
I know.
I've never seen it worse in London. I really haven't. I mean, it's bad at the best of times, but today's just been absolutely impossible. I couldn't tell you where I am now.
Oh, no.
And I've lived in London for years and years and years. It's just impossible.
But
there we are. Listen, this is a first for me to do a television interview on the phone from a car. And we've got a tour coming up, so I better be better for that. I've been touring as well. We've got a new musical show called The Music of Parkinson, which is based on the stuff that we've got on the 3 CDs. And we're opening in April time. We're playing the Palladium. You'll have to come along to that.
I will. Hey? You never stop. You absolutely never stop. There is there's no sign of you ever retiring, I'm glad to say. But is there anybody right now that you would love to get your hands on and to sit down and to interview? You know, somebody
I think that anybody worth their while would look at President Trump as landing a plump fish. I think.
Yes.
I don't know if that's quite. I don't know if you like that comparison, but it's more than that, isn't it? I mean, what an extraordinary and dangerous and foolish man he is, and what? But who is he? What is he? You know, I mean, he's constantly doing things that surprise you. And you thought that there was nothing left for him to surprise you with, but then he comes up like today. They're saying about shifting the American embassy into Tel Aviv. Most provocative thought, even into Jerusalem rather. Yeah. Most provocative thought, never by an action. I mean, it's just extraordinary. He seems to lead with his chin all the time, doesn't he? And one day I thought somebody will punch it. I
would love to see you fillet that big fat fish. It would be an education for all of us, Michael.
I think President Trump needs Billy Connolly too, big one, don't you?
The two of you, kind of a pincer movement with both of you interviewing him would be absolutely extraordinary.
I would never mind being a great singer.
You still could. I would like to see that, the two of you. I would really, especially now, I think it would be even more fascinating.
Can you fix it?
I'll try my best. I'll see what I can do. But it would be fantastic. Would you like to interview Trump again?
Again, I never interviewed Trump.
Oh, I thought you had.
No, I haven't. No.
Was he somebody on the list?
Well, I mean, no, it would be. But I'm not doing it anymore, love, at all. I'm really not.
I wish you would. I could see, like, big, proper half-hour specials, you and big figures of the day. I know you've done it. I know you've done it, but to do it again, I think there is definitely...
I'm more fascinated by those I did interview, and I'm more fascinated by the fact that it seems to me that there aren't those kind of opportunities for that kind of person around there. I think they're around. I think the shows don't exist, if you see what I mean.
Yeah,
in a sense, to do that long interview,
Yeah.
you know, the hour, half an hour, 40-minute one or whatever. And I think that's a pity.
It is a pity.
I think there's still people there, fascinating people.
Absolutely.
You could name them, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
You'd love to sit down for half an hour with.
I mean, your show, you know, you got such an insight into these people. You always got right under there, and you could find out so much more about them.